You said the other day that the latest time Mashiach can come is in 18 years from now. In your personal opinion, not as prophecy, because I know that you can't act as a prophet, but do you think the Mashiach will come sooner rather than later? The Exodus happened over a period of 10 months with all of the plagues. History repeats itself, so it will be 10 plagues before Mashiach comes. Would the plagues be worldwide? Ooh, what? Long question. Okay, so I didn't say that the Mashiach has to come in 18 years from now. The Ramban said it, and I just quoted him, which is a big difference. If I say something, who cares what I said? But if the Ramban said something, that's something different. Does that mean that it has to happen within 18 years? No. No, it doesn't mean that. He, based on his understanding and his Torah and his Kedusha, he has this timing, this particular auspicious time. It could happen before, it could happen after. As far as what I personally think, is that we need to help a lot more people do tshuva. That's all I can think about. I don't think about Mashiach coming tomorrow. In fact, I hope he doesn't come anytime soon. Because if he came down now, or anytime in the near future, then it would be a tragedy. It would be a tragedy because you'll have millions and millions of Jews get killed because they didn't do tshuva. So any Jew that loves Am Yisrael, any Goy that loves Am Yisrael, anyone that loves Hashem would want more people to do tshuva more than they want Mashiach to come, simply because they know that the prophecy says the Mashiach is going to come in order to bring salvation to those that have actually done tshuva, which means that anyone that hasn't is not going to get salvation. So I want to help as many people as possible come back to Hashem, and I need as much time as Hashem can possibly give me to do that, directly or indirectly. So the point being is that I don't think necessarily about when the Mashiach can come, or if he's going to come in 18 years, or if he's going to come in 1 year. I do know that he can come at any given time, but I hope that we have more time. I hope that we have much more time in order to get as many people as possible to do tshuva, because the argument that I cry to Hashem with is that, look, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you already waited 2,000 years. We already waited 2,000 years for the same neshamot that are in this world today. These neshamot that are here today, it's not the first time. There's virtually no new neshamot in the world today. Practically everybody is a reincarnation of a previous life, or a previous neshama that was here already. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you've already waited this long. If this person is here again, obviously you want him to do tshuva, and if he hasn't done tshuva, if she hasn't done tshuva, give me a chance to help him do tshuva. Give me a chance. And if they're already here, you already waited 2,000 years, at least use me as a vessel to help him do tshuva. That's in essence my argument. People that are focused too much about Mashiach have the wrong understanding of Mashiach. Number one, they have an understanding that Mashiach is going to save the majority of people, or perhaps even everyone. This couldn't be further from the truth. Second of all, they have a very high opinion of themselves, in essence being certain that they're one of the people that will be saved. This is a mistake. Why? Because even David HaMelech was scared. Even Moshe Rabbeinu was scared. Even Avraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov was scared. Rabbi Eliezer ben Horkinus was scared. Rabbi Akiva was scared. Practically everybody was scared of the official last day of this world being in the status that it's in now. Everyone was scared. But you're not scared in the year 2020 and 5781. You're not scared, Mr. Jones. You're not scared, Mr. Steve. You're not scared, Mr. Avraham. You're not scared. You think that you're a certain shoo-in for when the Mashiach comes. You probably have less chance of surviving Mashiach comes if you have such an opinion. Why? Because you're arrogant. So people that are so certain about Mashiach coming, in their time, and they're so excited about it, don't have a real understanding of what it means. Next point is that they're very, very self-centered. Why? Because if a person loves Hashem and he has to love his people too. And if he loves his people, then he will want to do everything possible to get as many people to do tshuva as soon as possible, and plead with Hashem to give him some more time, or give her some more time to get more people to do tshuva. Why? Because if the Mashiach came right now, the Holocaust would look like a kindergarten next to what the world will be like. Okay, people are crying for 70 plus years because of 6 million Jews that were killed. If the Mashiach came today, that will look like child's play next to what would happen. So a person that loves Hashem does not want Hashem to kill his own kids. Hashem doesn't want to kill his own kids, but he has to if they don't do tshuva. So rather than thinking about timing of the Mashiach, what I spend my time thinking is how I could get people to set themselves up to be ready for Mashiach by doing tshuva. That's what I think about. I don't really spend much time pinpointing a time. I used to be much more into the timing and things of that nature when I was earlier on in my tshuva, but then I realized what kind of damage would be if he would come sooner rather than later, and I started to change my prayers a little bit to ask Hashem for more time to at least use me as a vessel, so I'm useful in this world in some way or another, to help people do tshuva. At least I'll have something of purpose, even as a chupchik in the world, as a screw that Hashem uses to help somebody do tshuva, that will at least have some type of meaning. Even if that means that I won't get anything or get something, none of that actual stuff matters to me. What matters to me is that there's going to be more people that actually survive Mashiach and go to heaven than people that go to Gehenom. Because the more you know about Gehenom, the more scared you are about it. So 18 years, 18 months, 18 days, I don't know any of that stuff. All I know is that give me as much time, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, please, so I can help more people do tshuva. That's to my thinking. And then Bezat Hashem will listen to my prayers, hopefully. Bezat Hashem.